Here we are at June 6th. It's Tuesday anyway, 2022. And I had a score of about 98 on my safety score, so I actually did apply updates to see if I could get the FSD in Canada, but I didn't. And so, I lost my boombox, but let's apply this one. Might as well continue as normal now. There we go. Heidi ho. Here we go. I've got a destination put in. I'm in the back street. I'm just about to try full self-driving for the first time. Oops, let's just get this off the screen. I don't need that. How do you get that off the screen these days? There we go. So, let's just see what happens when I engage. And not sure what I'm doing. Auto steer temporary and unavailable. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Let's try driving and see what happens. It says unavailable. Oh, there it is. Now it's kicked in. It's not seeing crap on the road, that's for sure. It knows where it's going, I don't. Alright, it's going back to Anderson. I'm in some sort of district in the southeast, and it's going to do its own thing. Oh, it sees a car. Is it going to go? No, it's not going to go. The car let me go, the truck let me go, which means I had to interfere with this car. It would have probably decided to go anyway. But might as well let it do its thing as much as possible, and I'm not doing anything here. There we go. So yes, it stopped for the truck. It started to go, then stopped. And when the guy waved me on, it's like, okay, I'm not sure the AI can understand that, but we'll give it a little touch on the accelerator, and it decided to go. A bit slow, but it decided to go. But then the truck really wasn't moving. I'm not looking at this thing, I'm watching the road, so interesting to know what it's going to do now. The road, it's gone over to the right on its own. The road is not divided at this point, until this point. And this is going to be interesting because traffic has just started flowing. Come on, accelerate. It's not going to do this, is it? Yes, it is. Okay. Sluggish, but it did it. There was actually nothing in my lane. People in Calgary who drive often drive one lane over when they come past intersections because people pull out. Just a precaution. I got a couple of intersections that are really bad. Very short runs to get on or off. I'll take the car on that one of these days. But today it's just to test the first drive of full self-driving. And there we go. That's a bit of a sudden stop because a car cut me off. So far it doesn't feel much different to autopilot for I've had up until now. We have a reservoir park, Glenmore Reservoir. I've asked it to go to Variety Park, which is on the south side. It takes us along this road, Anderson, up 24th Street. It's fairly straightforward. There are lights. Now this could be interesting. Whether it sees it or not, I don't know. But there is a turning light on the left here that my autopilot wants to stop at every time. And this car has ignored it. This version of FSD has ignored it. Yes. First bonus. It's a lot smarter. Stop, stop, stop. Yes, it's stopping. I've noticed with autopilot it's very late in stopping. Compared to me, my foot will be over the brake and I'll be easing off the speed early. This autopilot seems to like to get up somebody's backside before it puts the brakes on. That's okay. I mean, it's reliable. It just means that you're stopping a little faster than... Hello? The wipers are on automatic. And that's never happened before. It's wiped, but it's never wiped and washed. I guess full self-driving has to be full self-driving. In other words, it has to handle everything. That's clever. Finally got the wash aspect in as well. Hands just dragging the wheel slightly. It's fairly prompt at picking up. And it's fairly good at it's going 14th Street. Okay, you can do that. Yeah, it's going to go that way. Okay, I'll take that for $1. Where you don't have to. Now, funny enough, my AP would actually take this corner, which is kind of interesting. Come on, figure it out. First disengagement. It did not like to deal with that. I think this car beside me was throwing it off. Plus the construction, which is new, and it's reading the 50 okay, as it's seeing these bollards, just barely. I wouldn't do that if I were you, because it's going to ask you to go right again up here anyway. There's no traffic too close behind me. I wonder what it's going to do with this. Come on. You're going to see it or you're going to crash into it? No, it figured it out. Alright. The car's very sensitive. Somebody came out to pick up a bollard and the car reacted as though the person was going to walk in front. Very good. I'm happy with that. I'd rather it was a little too sensitive at this point. It's not a thinking machine. It has to react to situations based on its programming, even if it is not fuzzy logic, a neural net. So can I get this to, yes, I can get that to do. It's imagining cars over here that don't exist. Otherwise, it seems to be seeing things quite well. That car does not exist. Well, it's pulling away promptly. Now it's seeing this car and it's adjusting its speed to let this car come in by the looks of it. I don't know. Also, I'm not at 50 anymore, are we? Yeah, 17. There we go. I'm trying to get the car to keep up with everybody else, and that's better. Lane change is quite smooth. And it did not indicate, but it's in the right lane. Now it's indicating. And there's quite a filter lane here. It goes back quite a ways. So yes, I'm probably going to start making a couple more videos to put on YouTube. I've followed Tesla since 2015, 2016. And I've seen all the FUD that it's had to endure. There are some very powerful cabals out there who want Tesla gone. So they're jumping on anything that, I can't recognize that. That's good. Jumping on anything to try and discredit Tesla, or at least slow it down while they catch up. I don't know how despicable they're going to get. Perfect so far. So I'm thinking I'll do a couple of videos showing some the real life. I mean, I'm not going to hide anything that goes wrong, but most of the journey is, blimey, that was good, smooth. Most of the journeys I've seen have been very online, have been very good. There are a couple of people who seem to persist on trying to take it down roads that it doesn't want to go down. I'm thinking of Galley on Hyperchange for one, who really loves to take the vehicle down this road where there's an overhead track or something with pillars in the middle, and it's got to change lanes. And I'm going, well, yeah, I used to be a computer programmer. I can imagine the logic even neural net has to deal with trying to cope with that. I would say, okay, test it once in a while, but just show people how good it is at doing its job. This should be turning right up here. Not sure how it's going to handle it. There is a filter. Yep, it's figured it out. Now it's indicating. And it's a yield. I heard the yields are treated like stops. Yeah, it's not too bad an idea. Now it's off-road, as it were. It's in a park. And the pin actually takes me to a car park. And yeah, a bit of intervention there. It was going to hit the curb, and it was taking it very fast. I don't know why it was taking it that fast, but there you go. It's getting me there. I don't know where it's going to put me. It's probably going to put me very close to the pin, which is over there. It's figuring this out on the fly because I'm not sure there's this. I'll take over. There's cars around it. I'll look like a dork driving. Okay. There we go. Close enough. You can stop now. Ugh. See what it's going to do. Nothing. Okay. It's decided to park. Alrighty. That's the first little leg done. Now let's see where we can go next. Oops, wrong one. Navigate to Tim Hortons, Southland Drive. Let's see what we can do. Is it going to do that? There we go. Try that. I haven't moved an inch, so I'll just see what happens when I put it straight into park. There we go. Alright. Is it going to go? Yeah, it just needed a bit of a nudge. And I'm not sure how it's going to do this. I hear it's not great in car parks. I've seen it's not great in car parks. It seems to be very much all over the place. But it is driving. It's got... No, it didn't like that. There's no markings on the ground. It's got... I'll just take it to the end of the road here, and we'll see if it'll pick it up from here. It's supposed to drive. Elon Musk said it's supposed to drive in underground car parks and the like. Alright, you can see that. Go. Nope, there we go. Let's start here. Figure it out. There's no traffic in this little area. There's not many people here. Now in theory it should go straight down here. But actually it's reversing things. I guess it may, when it navigates, I believe it might try and pick the most expeditious route. In this case, you can go a little faster than here. 60 here, up the road a bit, it's 70. Personally, I'd go straight down here, but that's just me. Actually, I might just reroute it just to see if... Okay, you can go now. Yep, just figured that out. It was waiting for that car. It accelerates quite nicely. Lane changes, as I've said already, quite smooth. There's not much traffic around mid-morning, so I don't know how it would fare in heavier traffic. And how are we doing on this thing? Yeah, it's still recording. Don't know how much space I've got left on that thing. We'll see. May cut off at any time, but anyway, you get an idea of how this works. No, it's not going to let me out. There's not a lot on these roads. These are just straight. There's a few sets of lights. People just fine. One person there. There's about 3 here. 2 and a dog and somebody there. Okay. visualization is nice. It's even got the crosswalk area in there, and I'll be curious. Yeah, it's almost instantaneous when that when this light turns green, that turns green. I noticed in autopilot prior that yeah, there's a very slight delay. Seems to be quicker. Indicate. Or just pull off. That's fine. Could do with some indicators. Yeah, I let it go, but it was very tight in that corner. You have to slow down. It's not doing this very well, so I had to disengage and put it back on again. It was not holding back, and it was not changing lanes. And I'm not going to find out if it's going to stop in front of the barrier. There we go. It's back on par. I'm certainly not expecting to drive from A to B without some sort of intervention. It's this is released in Canada, so it's not going to be perfect. They're going to be finding new nuances on the road that don't exist in the US. For example, we can... what are you doing that for? It's figured it out the last minute. It should be in this lane. That's fine. You can turn right on red in most places, unless you see a sign up in front of you that has a red no right turn or something similar. It may even just say it. So I'm not sure if this AI is aware of that. In Quebec, which is one of our provinces, definitely no turn on red, which is stupid. Quebec, why do you want to be that different? I mean, it's bad. The rest of the world does. Actually, sorry, the rest of Canada does, and much of the US. Are you going? Let's get some acceleration going here. It's being cautious. I did it right, but it's just being very cautious. Luckily there was nobody behind me. Good time of the day to do this. Now, Tim Hortons is just down here on the right. I'm not sure how it's going to negotiate or navigate into it, unless it chose the one that I usually go to. Yeah, it probably chose the one. No. Yeah, it chose a different one. Where are we? Yeah, it chose one on down the road from here. Okay, there's two on this road. I just picked one without really thinking about the address. Lot going on. Changing lanes to follow route. Thank you for that. Again, it's imagining vehicles over here which don't exist, and over there. Not seen that on any of the YouTube videos. Camera up there. I might have to see if I can report glitches. down a little bit there for some unknown reason, I guess because he couldn't see too far ahead. He's going to have to get over into the right lane eventually. Nice balmy 16 degrees. Yeah, it's a little camera, so I guess if I push that, it will record and report. I've not gone through the notes in detail, but I have seen a few videos. And the next generation of kids growing up are probably going to learn more from YouTube than they are in school. Okay, it's going to have to turn. Yeah, it's going to not yet. Can't cross. Yeah, there you can go. Not happy about being behind a truck. But at least it has mud flaps on. Now the Tim Hortons is right here. Let's see what it wants to do. Is it going to slow down? Yeah, it's turning. Is it going to turn in? It is. Is it going to hit the corner? Yes. It hit the curb, but that's fine. I kind of half expected it, so. And that's it. There we go. We arrived. And I guess I'll take it somewhere else just for the sheer fun of it. Let's just park here for a second, find another route, and stop. There we go. Are we still recording? Yeah, we are. Woohoo! Now, let's go pick. Well, navigate to the Tesla Service Center, Calgary. All right. You don't want to engage. Okay. It's not seeing much of anything right now. It's apparently not. Somebody is in a hurry. Not going to get very far with that. Lights there. Now it's picked it up. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Left-hand turn. Left-hand. Oh, thank goodness for that. Both of these cars are going left. Now we got a little roadworks up here. Which it navigated just perfectly without going across the yellow line too, which is very clever. I would have probably taken a little wider berth. These are always a problem. These are crosswalks and they have 2 yellow lights, and autopilot normally would slow down to about 30, which is probably just fine if there's people on it. And a little pause there for some reason. And it's going to go round. It's just going to wait. Well, that's about what I would do. I'm constantly checking what's behind me, so if I have to make a sudden maneuver, I know whether there's something behind me before I even, so I don't, how do I put it? It's like an intuition. You just happen to know that things are not going to be where you're going to steer the car in this emergency. You just learn that through driving, and if you are an intuitive sort, you already know that. So it's abiding by the speed regulations, which is good. Yeah, it's stopping when it should. It's going to be interesting up here because there's a playground zone, and I have tweeted Tesla about playground zones they're very important in Canada, because they just literally, a lot of police will literally just sit in playground zones and book people all day long, because a lot of them are, not easy to spot even. Some of them are obscure, and if you're not a regular driver along the road, then you're not going to know it's there half the time. So, and the ticket is expensive, so you don't want one. So, are we going to get a green here? Yes, and the car is responding just fine. It's nice not to have to tap to get it to go. Okay, now here we go. They do have a mini version of a speed sign on most of them, but we're just going to see now if it's going to see it. No. I've just disengaged. Yeah, it's not recognizing playground zones, which is a shame. And we'll see how it handles this. Fine. And we're heading towards the Tesla service center, and there is a Tesla in front of us. Now there's no dividing lines here until you get around the corner. As soon as it recognizes them, it may just decide it's going to. It's not, it's going to. There we go, that's finally seen them. Now that's interesting, because it's that's obviously a Tesla just being taken out, the one I just spotted there, for a test drive. They're turning right. This thing's going to, what are we going to do here? Is it going to take me right into it? Probably not. I'm just disengaging and going in anyway. because it apparently wasn't navigating to the right spot. So it was navigating to where it was thought it was supposed to go, but that was not where I wanted it to go. I should have perhaps just dropped a pin. That's interesting that it thought that the center's right up there somewhere, just another past all these turnings. Well, there you go, that's the navigation for full self-driving. These are all Teslas, and it's seeing a lot of cars parked over there. It's seeing 2 cars there, which is correct. One of which is a bigger car. It's got that correct. That's an SUV. That's a sedan. And nothing else around me. So we're getting there. This is the first time. I think we'll call it a day there, and we'll pick it up